Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. We got to talk about a few things. One of them is victory laps. Number two is hurt feelings. And number three is I got a copyright claim for a song I produced. What's going on? Let me hit you with that intro. The Hello Humans podcast is here for your entertainment. Like and subscribe. Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, I had a copyright claim on a song that I produced. I don't know how that happens, but it happened. Let me tell you, the experience was very different this time. Very, very different. I guess making $16 for YouTube does make quite the difference. It was very quick service. I felt like I was walking into a bank depositing $50,000. You know, when they ask you if you want coffee, and they sit you down in the special sofa. It was like that. Service was a lot better. Now, however, I don't want to take any further because I really don't have the time, guys. So I'm going to change the bumper music for the watch along party. So, that's number one. Number two, everybody's talking about victory laps here. Who can take victory laps? I mean, there's people who genuinely can take victory laps. Let me say this, it would be the original haters, and I don't try to minimize anybody else who came into the Amico party later on, but they were truly the catalyst for a lot of these things happening, right? And what are these things that are happening now, right? I can't say myself, even though as part of the original team there, that I can take a victory lap because funds are still being raised. My angle was always the investment side of it, and that's still going on. That's still going on. And at least for my fight, you have to know what battles you win and what battles you lose, right? Unless you're Tommy Tallarico and you never lose, you don't learn from your defeats. And there's things that I can't fight, YouTube being one of them, right? And I can't fight if I'm not present. I can't fight if I'm talking to myself in some other platform where nobody cares. I've tried to talk about this on Rumble and other places, and it's just not the same. You get sometimes some traction on Twitter, for example, like I did this week, and Phil Adam answered my tweet, and my condolences go out to Phil and his family. I didn't think he was going to answer personally. I thought somebody else at the company would. But that's content right there, right? And like I always said, you guys are welcome to use my content because that keeps the conversation going, right? And I've never stopped anybody from using it. Now, with that said, some of the suggestions that you guys made for the emojis got people some hurt fifis, right? So they're all still going to be available, at Twitter for you guys to download, do whatever you want with them. We got two new ones here to put on the show. We got Corn Julio, right there. Throw in money. He's got the money, baby. But cornhole still doesn't work. And we have the Hall of Famer himself, Lucky Tom. Two new ones. Now, you guys have ideas for other ones. Please let me know what they are. We can mull them over again. Just make sure, especially if they're from other creators, make sure that they're okay with it. So they don't, I mean, these same creators have always used my stuff, right? Always talk about my stuff. Stuff that we've been talking here for years, but it is what it is, guys. I don't have time for that crap. So let me know what other emojis you guys want, and we'll make some more. Because of the rules on YouTube, I probably have to put them up on Twitter. I can't put them up on here because they have like rules for memberships and stuff like that. As far as how many I can upload. So it is what it is. We can put them out there and then we can swap some of these out. I think they do let me interchange them because I just interchange these. And if there's some other ones that you guys can come up with that are better, then we'll do those. Now, with that said, there's a couple of them that I'm not going to include that you already suggested specifically because of some things that I'm going to talk about now. And that is this. Guys, there's plenty of things that I can criticize the people at the Amico Forever show, the Undisclosed Investor show. But the one thing I'm not going to discuss is their ethnicity, their religion, their sexuality. That's not part of this show. I have plenty of things to criticize them for, whether it's their takes on the games, their takes on investments, the way they censor people, plenty of things, right? But there's things that are racist. There are things that are anti-Semitic, and they go against my principles. I don't want to have any of that stuff here, right? If that's a comedy you guys want, you need to go somewhere else, right? If you're here to talk about people's children, if you're here to talk about people's, family members, if you're here to talk about people's mental issues and you want to bully them for that, if they have a mental condition, if they have a medical condition, if that's what you need, you could do that somewhere else. Go watch a novella. I don't know. Go do it somewhere else. It's not going to be here. There's plenty of things that I can criticize these people for that are funny, right? Right? There's things that are ironic, right? I always tell you about the experts that don't know anything about anything. They criticize Tommy Tallarico for not having kids and telling people how to raise their kids according to them. And you have the same thing by the other side, right? I'm trying to, they criticize OEBP, right? How are you going to criticize a man that has more money, access to more women, obviously, because he has kids, right? More money and more games. You can criticize him for his taking the Amico, and he's already done with that. That's why I don't talk about him anymore. Talked about his legacy. There's no reason to make video after video on him because that's old news that we covered a long time ago, right? And everything that needs to be said about that back in the day was said. So people that are not pushing the Amico right now, we're not talking about. That's not my mission. Nor would I have it be. Let me tell you something, guys. The word greasy is offensive for at least two minorities. And I know because two of them I belong to. I'm Hispanic of Italian descent. We don't like that at all, right? Let me tell you something. You go to East LA, to the good part of East LA, and you say those kind of things. Trust me, you're not walking away from those streets with all your chiclets. You're not, right? And there's certain places in the East Coast you're not going to say greasy and walk away with all your teeth, right? You're just not. It's easy to say it here on YouTube, right? But it's not part of my being. I don't care what people's sexuality is. I don't care what their religion they belong to. I don't care about anti-Semitic jokes. That's not for here. That's not for me, right? If you want to talk about somebody's family member, you want to talk about their wives, you'll go do that somewhere else. You go do it in the alleys you do it in, or go do it in irrelevant platforms where nobody listens to you. Go do it there. If you want to ruin your channel, go right ahead. Be my guest. But you're not going to ruin this one because my mission is not done. It's not done. This show needs 9,000 people to invest. They're creating curated content to show to other people in order to invest. That's the purpose of the show. To show up when they pull up those videos. That's the only purpose of these videos, right? If you guys need drama in your life, and obviously, it's funny to see grown men addicted to drama, but, this is not the channel for that. You need to go somewhere else, right? If you want to talk about good-natured fun and how this is a ridiculous, insane investment, then you're in the right place, right? As far as your suggestions for other stuff for the show, guys, let me know. If you want any other guests, anybody's welcome to come over here, right? And talk. If you want to be a guest on the show, if you have something new to add, if you want to talk about Tommy's top 10, you guys hit me up on Twitter. Guys, I don't have time to go to many of your channels. And it's not that I don't support you. It's just really a lack of time. That's all it is. I don't have the time to put on this, take a break. I'm trying to stream now, and when I get a break, and it's not natural to me, but that's the way I can engage with you guys, right? If you really want me to talk about something that's important to you, that you think it's relevant to the conversation, let me know, and I'll have you on the show. I'll give you a platform so you can speak. But the one thing you can't do is do these cowardly things, right? Their families have nothing to do with this. Has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. Look, if I'm an a-hole, it's because I'm an a-hole as an individual. It has nothing to do with me being Hispanic. It has everything to do with me being me, right? There's plenty of things that we can talk about, but some things are out of bounds, completely out of bounds, and attacking people's, medical issues, medical conditions, mental conditions, family members, making racist jokes. That's not for this show at all, and it's never going to be. And if that means you unsubscribe, you go right the hell ahead. You do that right now and go find somewhere else to make that kind of content, because it's not going to happen here. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every week. Make sure you don't miss out and subscribe.